What tools or equipment do you need to start birdwatching? Many people will tell you there's only two essentials: a field guide to identify the birds you see, and binoculars to bring those birds closer. I'm going to talk about those, and I'm going to recommend a setup for beginners that costs less than $200 to get started. I'll provide links to these products in the description. There is a third essential and powerful tool that I want to tell you about, and the best part, it's completely free. But first, let's get started by looking at field guides. A field guide is an identification book for birds. It's small enough to take with you into the field. It has illustrations and brief text to help you quickly identify the birds you see. It includes habitat and behavior descriptions and maps and description of bird songs and calls. For beginners, I recommend starting with a state or regional field guide. These books show only the most common 200 or so birds in your area. That's only about a quarter of the species found in a continental field guide. This allows you to concentrate only on the birds you are most likely to see. There are several publishers of these books, but I recommend All About Birds from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. The reason I recommend All About Birds regional guides is that the first 70 pages or so are devoted to how to watch birds, identification, photography, and even bird feeding. It's full of information generally not found in other field guides. The benefits of a regional field guide are also its drawbacks. They don't show every bird that you might see. If you go out birding every week, you are likely to see birds not found in this guide. You will find plumages that aren't shown. These field guides do not show rare birds, and finding rare birds is often what birdwatchers want to do. This is where a comprehensive continental bird guide comes in. These guides show every bird that has been recorded in continental North America, north of Mexico, and out to sea 200 miles. It may also include Greenland and Hawaii. These comprehensive field guides show many plumage variations. They show males and females, breeding and winter plumages, juveniles, as well as regional variations. They may show birds in flight. They may show postures and behaviors. There are many worthy comprehensive field guides, but two stand out. The first is the National Geographic Field Guide to the Birds, 7th edition from 2017. The second is the Sibley Guide to Birds, 2nd edition from 2014. Both are excellent. Birders may argue which one is better or which one they prefer, but in fact, most serious birders own both field guides and many others. There are Eastern and Western versions of these field guides dividing the continent at the Great Plains, but they're from older versions of the book. Let's discuss binoculars now. Birdwatching binoculars are rugged and have a crisp, bright view with back 4 prisms and ED glass. They are waterproof, fog-proof, and nitrogen purged. A wide field of view and close focus is preferred by many birdwatchers, and longer eye relief is necessary for those who wear eyeglasses. An 8x42 binocular is the best all-round birdwatching binocular. If you do most of your birdwatching on open prairies and shorelines, then a 10x42 binocular might be better for you. But you lose the close focus, the wide view, and some brightness at dusk. And they're a bit harder to hold steady. The 8x means that they magnify 8 times. That makes the image you are seeing 8 times larger, or 8 times closer. The 42 is the diameter of the objective lens in millimeters. For best brightness, the objective lens should be about 5 times that of the magnification. For beginners, the least expensive binocular that I recommend for bird watching is the Celestron Nature DX ED 8 by 42. My more expensive $500 binoculars recently broke, but I haven't been in a hurry to get them repaired. These Celestron Nature binoculars work just fine for me. You can often find these binoculars online for less than $150. You won't be happy with anything less expensive. I'll provide a link to these and some upgrade options in the description. In general, more expensive means better quality and also perhaps a lifetime warranty. So what's my third essential birdwatching tool? It's eBird, and it's free. eBird is an online database. With a free account, you can add your own personal sightings. Every time you go out and every new place you visit, you can add a checklist of the birds you see. You can create lists of the birds you see and even add your photos or audio recordings to the checklist. Your sightings are added to those of other eBirders, which allows real-time access to where the birds are right now. Scientists use this data for information on populations and migrations. Birders use this to locate birds they want to see. It's a powerful tool. You can see the weekly abundance of birds in your state, county, local area, or park. You can get email alerts of rare birds and birds you haven't yet seen in your local area. This allows you to plan your next birding outing. Using the hotspot feature, eBird shows you a map of local birding areas. Click on the hotspot point to see the most recent sightings there, including bird photos and lists of people who visited and what they saw. There's also an app for your smartphone that allows you to add your sightings right in the field. It tells you what birds are most likely, and it also tells you if any of the birds are rare. Then you can double check to make sure that you're correct and add extra notes telling exactly what field marks you saw. Because this is a scientific database and must be accurate, rare sightings are vetted by local experts. Some people call these the eBird police. But these hard-working volunteers are actually your personal tutor. They want to help you on your birdwatching journey. In my estimation, eBird is an essential tool for birdwatching. A regional field guide for $20, a comprehensive field guide for $20, a good pair of birding binoculars for $150, and a free eBird account and field app. For under $200, you're all set to start your birdwatching hobby. Links are in the description. Now you're ready to go out there and find some birds.